All is one reflections. Go ahead and drop some honey pots as you guys come in. Y'all know the drill. I need to add everybody. So let me do that. Okay, let me put it in Facebook group. Okay, so let's see who's here. Hey, Jen and Charity. Hey, Divine Libra. Hey, Shanette. Jordan. Jen is here twice. Okay, I'm going to say hey to Charity twice. Okay. All is one big sister. Hey, girl. Yes, I see that you are awake today. All is one. All is one. Okay, guys. Hello, everybody. As you know, my name is Reverend Priestess Osun Kemibi, Ifakemi, aka the Soul Doctor, aka the Bone Lady. I am a natural medicine doctoral candidate, biomedical health scientist, alignment priestess, root doctor, and everything you need to get right mind, body, and soul. Right now, y'all are in Riverbank Revelations, where we take it to the riverbank to get clarity about what the ancestors have to say to us so we know how to go through our week with alignment. Before I get started, just a few announcements. Mentorship with me. Enrollment is currently closed. However, if you would like to apply for the next cohort starting in April, feel free to DM me, leave a comment under the page. Osun Kemibi, Priestess, Osun Kemibi on Facebook. On the app, our community app, you're able to DM me as well. The link to everything is in the description, as well as what else? As well as if you like any services, classes, or anything else for me, that is also in the description as well. So we are going to get started. We are going to get started switching it up a little bit. I know we've been in Psalms for a minute. And that's okay. We're going to be in Psalms still, but our touch point right now is going to be Ecclesiastics. Okay. So get your Bible app. If you're one of mine, you are taking notes and applying this for class today and for what was said during yesterday's session as well. All is one. Okay, so we're just gonna get started. We know that obviously, not only as melanated individuals, but as children of the diaspora, royal priesthood, everything we are in community with, we know that certain things come with it. We know that life doesn't stop life in. We know that people are going to do whatever they want to do. Sometimes we feel pressured to constantly hurry up and make shit happen. But we need to understand that divine timing doesn't always necessarily mean right now. We need to understand that divine timing has a perfect rhythm. As the universe, as the ancestors, as the Orisa, as your Ori works with you, as you journey on this path of alignment, you have to understand that that goes beyond the instant gratification, that goes beyond the immediate desire, right? Not saying that things can't happen instantly or manifestations can't happen quickly, but saying that we must be practical and realistic. I want us to pause for a moment and truly reflect on what the highlighted verse says. Okay. So there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal. We understand that every action, every moment is divinely ordained by God. Okay, we understand that with the rhythm, the cycles, the season, as we get to enter a new one, we know it's not just a to-do list or a checklist that has to be done. We know that there's a time for blessing, there's a time for every prayer, every success, every lesson. Okay, when we allow ourselves to move in harmony with divine order, we begin to experience the fullness of divine timing. Earlier this month, I went in detail about divine order in relation to the doctrine of Risha Hoodoo. If you would like more insight on that, get the book, Get Your Life by Reverend Priestess Osun Funke Iyanifa, as well as join mentorship so you can understand it from a practical level. Cool. I'm glad you're understanding. So, I know sometimes it can feel frustrating when we are putting in the work, when we're making our prayers and we're waiting for the manifestation to occur. Sometimes it feels like a standstill. Those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Okay, so while we're waiting, again, that waiting doesn't just mean doing nothing. That waiting is that time when we're realizing where wisdom must take place. Okay, that realization of, because we also pray for protection, so if we're praying for protection and our manifestation doesn't hit right at that moment, an aspect of protection must be present. Same with getting ready for work. Okay, I used the example previously about, trying to get ready for work on time and you late, and then you see this massive car accident on your way. Protection. Okay, so things like that. Divine timing isn't just about our timing. Again, it's about trusting in the rhythm of life. Okay? It is trusting that you are right where you need to be and trusting on the guidance of your spiritual court to align you with the lessons and opportunities that are needed. Okay? So during that time of rest, sometimes we really need to lay our asses down. and take a nap because the restoration is there. Keep me in order. Jordan remembers. Thank you, Jordan. Jordan remembers. Yes, keep me in order. Okay. And understanding again that while we're being kept in order, it's knowing that trust, it's that relationship. Because remember, we're building a relationship with our spiritual core. It's not just when we want things. Okay. And understanding still with the lesson of patience, which is a virtue, okay, it can be seen as just this waiting game, but it's active, okay? That's that trust aspect, okay? So, understanding that patience is the key to wisdom. Patience is the key to wisdom, okay? Social media, online shopping, technology today has made it seem like everything is so instant, but foundation, Rome wasn't built in a day. A strong foundation takes time. It takes a process. And most often than not, that process is a teacher, okay? That process is trusting the unseen work, not peeking over the veil to see what your spiritual cord is doing, but staying in your own lane and minding your own business and having the freedom to really believe that everything is okay. Having the trust to really understand that I really am taken care of. Having the peace of mind, above all, peace of mind to really believe what you've been praying. Also, understanding it's part of releasing the need to control. Last week, we spoke about flowing. Oh, meow. We're flowing, okay? Sometimes we forget that very quickly and very often we forget that. But in the surrenderance of divine timing, we understand that new possibilities are open and it's not a force. We understand that with the ebbs and flows, that things just are what they are. And again, surrendering to divine timing isn't giving up. It's understanding and honoring the higher purpose and calling that's before us. Okay, so letting go of the how and the when. Okay, knowing that when alignment occurs, you notice things spiritually, naturally, supernaturally, because melanated people are supernatural individuals, because it's natural to us that effortlessly things will occur at the right time. Living in alignment with divine timing also means that, again, we're in constant prayer. We're supposed to pray without ceasing. So that one prayer that you can go to at a moment's call, no matter what, or that other prayer that you know you can count on for protection at any moment of the day, or that general get right prayer that you say X amount of times a day because you know it's that source of alignment. Trusting in divine timing is understanding where you are and understanding that you can't move too fast or too slow, that you're just moving how you need to move, just right. You're not rushing spirit, but you're also moving when it's time to move. Okay? So these moments when we are understanding divine timing, it's important to understand how our doors will open for us. It's important to understand opportunities, and it's important to understand the direct alignment that we have. But there's also times, again, where we might feel stuck or out of sync or not really sure how to move forward. So then we have to ask ourselves, am I prepared when the opportunity presents itself? Okay, so now it's not just about, like I said, it's not about just waiting. It's not just about just staying stagnant. It's about recognizing, it's about preparation, it's about responding when that moment is right. So, understanding firstly that leadership is rooted in divine wisdom. So, every community, it needs an aspect of leadership that's present. And this isn't in terms of power grab, it's in terms of understanding the vessel of divine wisdom. Okay, understanding how to be spiritually receptive of what our elders have already gone through. Currently, right now, we show that within our community with our mentorship programs that we have going on, and a couple more mentorship programs will be added soon. That's part of understanding the community aspect, but also taking advantage of the resources that we have as a community. Another example of this is our community literally learning at the feet of elders, Babalawo Babalawo and Iyanifa, to learn traditional medicine the way that our ancestors learned, the way that we are supposed to be taught, not the big pharma shit, not something random that you can find at a botanica, but your lineage, your bloodline. This is your medicine, right? That's part of being in community. So, are you nurturing yourself to be present when opportunities present themselves? And if you're not ready for mentorship, if you're not ready for all these things, we have classes. Y'all are in class right now. We have classes several times from all of the senior priestesses here, several times a month. It's posted in the class calendar in our app. It's posted on our website. That's part of the community engagement. That's part of learning. That's part of the divine wisdom. Also, understanding that we must be balanced with our spiritual and physical renewal. Okay, so a hard-working community is a strong working community. One of the tenets, there's no rest for the weary. Okay, but what happens when we start to get exhausted, when you start to get hungry and tired, or you feel drained or overwhelmed? That's also part of taking care of yourself. The balance that we call and charge for you to do. Not just the working, but the rest behind it. Are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your altar? Which is, well, your body is your first altar, so how are you sustaining it? Practically, are you getting the adequate 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night? Are you eating whole fruits, vegetables, a diet that is actually sustainable and not just based off of grease and fat? Are you drinking your water? Little things. I am not my sister's keeper. I am my sister. That is word from our godmother, Reverend Priestess Osun from Yanifa. Community is important. Alignment within community is very important. And then, if you don't know how to deal with things going on, because let's say, Priestess, I'm taking the classes. I'm doing what is supposed to be said. I'm doing all the things, but girl, I'm tired. That's part of it, because you're literally changing your life, right? So you're literally changing the way you think, the neuroplasticity that I talked to y'all about. You're changing the way that you go about things. You're changing your speech. Because you ain't broke, sis. You allocating your funds differently. Little things. But these little things are big things. These little things are starting ripples in your DNA that's changing. So you're not passing down poverty mindset to your descendants, because it starts with you. But then you also have elders that have been through it just like you, who have similar experiences, who can share their own. So you don't have to go through the things that we did, but understand it in your own way for where you are right now. Divine timing, because you're supposed to be here. All is one. That's another one of my sisters here. So again, understanding when we are working with community, spiritually and physically, we also make sure that we are resting for ourselves. We are taking the time to do what we need, okay, practically and spiritually. So, Ori feedings. My students know that. Because what's today? Oh, okay. Taking that time to restore. Spiritual reflection is also required for readiness, right? So when we are called, we must be, when I'm saying we are called, I mean like in this moment of divine timing, divine order, of understanding what we came to do, also examining what we need to change to making sure we truly are alignment and we stay there. Okay. Right now, okay, as we finish up this full moon, y'all know what type it was. Heavy energy. As we start this new season of spring, heavy energy. With Aries season coming and Pisces season coming to a close, heavy energy. We're understanding that there is a bell that is literally ringing this season to call for self-reflection. Some are going to hear it, some are going to ignore it. Those with ears, oh, let them hear. Oh, y'all are here. Are you hearing? Or are you just here? Okay. So calling for the divine timing is understanding that we're clearing out distractions. We're confronting what's in the mirror. And we're being for real with ourselves. If we're not doing nothing else, we are being for real. Words from Priestess Ifakemi Umaware. Okay. Understanding that if we are not actively seeking clarity, we're going to miss those messages. Understanding that many opportunities are lost not because they weren't given, but because we weren't spiritually aligned enough to recognize or to receive them. So, are we really listening and aligning ourselves for divine direction? Are we too busy worried about the wrong thing that has no concern to it? So that's all part of your divine timing. I'm glad you hear me, girl. Okay. Understanding collective healing, it has to be intentional. All is one. Okay. So everybody has their own shit individually. Collectively, you know, we have our shit due to racism, colonization, literally, you name it. Okay. Some from the past, some are present, but we know that healing is not automatic. We know that healing is not linear. We also know that it requires commitment, protection, and consistency. So we can't expect divine alignment when we're still clinging to division, unresolved pain, old wounds that we aren't even trying to heal from. We ain't even trying to go to therapy. We ain't even trying to have those conversations. Even if it's not with that person, have it with yourself so you can heal, so you can forgive, so you can move on. Letting go what doesn't serve. We talked about that last week in detail. Healing, it has to be protected, okay? Just like a craftsman uses a thimble to protect their hand when sewing things together, you must be protected as well. Okay? Whether it's through physical health, emotional wounds, generational trauma, the healing process, it needs to be nurtured with care and consistency. So you need to ask yourself, what steps are you taking to heal, protect, and strengthen yourself? You have to be consistent. It's not just a one and done. And if it is, you're not really building a relationship. Honestly. Clear communication is also necessary for unity within divine order. Okay, you cannot move together if there's confusion, if there's miscommunication, if there's division. Okay, so you need to be secure in the way that you're communicating, not just with others, but with yourself. Speaking with clarity, love, and wisdom. Okay, making sure that listening with the intent to understand, and making sure that you really are on the same page about what you came to do, making sure that your actions are in alignment with that. Okay, spiritually, some of the ways that you can address everything that I've mentioned today is really through meditation and prayer. Okay, affirming yourself that you are always at the right place and always at the right time. You are always guided and protected. But with that information, though, practically, you got to make sure that you're doing, the things you're supposed to be doing, right? Other things that you can do to help with being in alignment with divine timing is fasting. Fast for 8 days. No alcohol, no sugar, no sex, none of that. Fast for 8 days. Understand the clarity that will be there. Journaling and meditating intently on your divine order within your spiritual court. Citrine will be great for this because it helps with confidence and decision making, and it also attracts the right opportunities. Okay? Understanding in general that divine timing is not passive, it is an active collaboration with your Ori, with your ancestors. When I say ancestors, I mean a gungun. Your elevated and benevolent ancestors, your gungun. Okay? Divine timing, it requires readiness, action, awareness. If we're out of sync, we may find ourselves waiting too long or rushing ahead when Ori already put the perfect moment for us to move, okay? So I challenge you to commit yourself today to recognize the wisdom that is present within your community, our community, and take advantage of it. And not take advantage of this in the sense where, like, literally take advantage of it. No, I'm saying the opportunities that are present, use them well, return the energy. Be for real. Don't be playing. Okay? Making sure also that you are balancing yourself intentionally with spiritual and physical wealth. All is one. Okay? Making sure that you are listening and being receptive in the way that you communicate, also in the way that you examine yourself, but understanding that we are healing. Okay, so we're not bringing those old wounds into this new season. Okay, we are speaking with clarity, with intention, and with harmony so that we can move forward together as a community, as we move in divine harmony. We are prepared, we are open, and we trust that our gungun lead us to the right doors at the right time. This is part of our promise that was given to us to enjoy all our blessings and successes in the land of the living. But in order to receive and understand our blessings, we must be moving according to spirit. If this message has blessed you in any way, shape, or form, you are more than welcome to send a love donation at the bottom of the screen. You are also welcome to share this video with whoever. It's free. I don't care. So they can bless and get right too, because we are moving with divine order and divine timing. My name is Reverend Priestess Osun Kemibi Ifakemi, aka the Soul Doctor, aka the Bone Lady. If you would like to connect with me more, you can DM me on our community app, which I put in the description. If you would like a reading, because I do bone cartomancy and astrological readings for seasons specifically, you can book your seasonal checkup. Remember, everything's okay with Dr. OK. Until next time, peace, like the river.